I'm Simon Hall. I'm a senior lecturer in the School of History at the University of Leeds, and I'm going to talk now about the radicalisation of the civil rights movement. And I've written a book called Peace and Freedom, the Civil Rights and Anti-War Movements in the 1960s, available from all good bookshops. In Greenwood, Mississippi, on June the 16th, 1966, Stokely Carmichael, the newly elected chairman of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, SNCC, was arrested by the local police. That evening, out on bail, Carmichael addressed a movement rally. He told the agitated crowd of several hundred, "This is the 27th time I have been arrested. I ain't going to jail no more. I ain't going to jail no more." Then Carmichael shouted 5 times, "We want black power." The crowd cheered, and with each repetition grew more enthusiastic. "Every courthouse in Mississippi ought to be burned tomorrow to get rid of the dirt," Carmichael proclaimed. "From now on, when they ask what you want, you know what to tell them. What do you want?" And the crowd thundered back, time and again, "Black power, black power." By the end of 1967, both SNCC and CORE, the Congress of Racial Equality, had expelled their white members and dropped their commitment to nonviolence. Whereas before they talked about the American dream and constitutional rights, some civil rights leaders now used more militant rhetoric. Carmichael, for instance, talked of bringing this country to its knees, smashing everything Western civilization has created, while his successor as head of SNCC, H. Rap Brown, claimed that violence was as American as cherry pie. All this took place at a time when America had enjoyed historic progress in its race relations. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 had eliminated segregation in restaurants, hotels, cinemas, theatres, and on public transport across the South. A year later, the Voting Rights Act helped to end the widespread denial of the vote to black Southerners. And under President Lyndon Johnson, the federal government also spent hundreds of millions of dollars on welfare, education, and job training programs